Hey friends, so let's chat. Poshmark is on fire, and not in a good way. And I guess their way of putting the fire out is with smiles and giggles. If you missed today's fireside chat with Poshmark, well, I guess you'll have to stay tuned for just a second to find out what they talked about. Stick around. Let's go. Oh, Poshmark. Oh, Lord. I don't know. You're like killing me. I mean, you're just killing me. I don't think you get it. I really just don't think that you get it. I mean, if you missed the fireside chat today and you are experiencing less than stellar Poshmark sales since the algorithm search engine change in March, well, I'd like to say you missed a lot. I'd like to say that they, had this enlightening conversation, but they did not. So essentially, what they did is they announced this fireside chat, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or whatever, and you had to get free tickets for it, and you could submit questions. So they pretty much start the conversation off by telling us that most of the questions were related to search, and then giggled and laughed, stating that they were surprised by this. Really, Poshmark? Do you have no one that, watches YouTube videos from creators related to Poshmark? Do you have no one that's going through Instagram and Facebook group posts related to Poshmark? Are you, completely naive to what the selling community on Poshmark is experiencing and what they're complaining about? Really, Poshmark? I'm so confused. I'm really so confused. So anyways, these two girls, I don't know, there's some, Poshmark head honchos. I can't remember. I'll have to look up their names. I guess I'll drop them in the comments down below. But essentially they started off with that giggle, which the chat loved that. So the chat was pretty offended by the smiles and giggles. The chat, which they're seeing, this is all live. The chat pretty much was like, why are you laughing? We're not laughing. This is serious. These are our businesses, and you find it funny. That's offensive, essentially what was going on in the live chat. Essentially, it was explained that that the search was changed to essentially favor keywords along with share time to try to give the person searching the best outcome and overall increase sales, and that they've noticed an increase of sales, which they may very well be noticing an increase of sales overall. That's possible, because it's possible that that a lot of inactive or people that are just clearing out their closet that aren't really really trying to be resellers or have a hobby business or actual business, that are actually trying to make a profit. They're just, throwing stuff up there for $5, $7, $8 or whatever. It's possible that those sales have really picked up, and that they really got a push, and that a lot of, it's possible that they're having a lot more sales and overall more money, revenue coming in, and more seller numbers, being distributing through those. And that's very possible, and it's actually probably likely. because those are kind of like lower priced items, and they're gonna, sell if you push them like that. But it didn't, and it's not helping people that have started businesses or use SEO titles or really try to put a lot of effort into their photography, their titles, their descriptions, and really, really try and aren't just tossing stuff up there and seeing what sticks. It's really hurt them, including me. And they didn't acknowledge that very well in this chat. They pretty much said, everything's great, and we don't know why you don't see this. And then the Fireside chat was supposed to be I'm Eastern time, so it was supposed to be from 5 to 5:30. At about 5:17, the chat was wild. People were posting questions and comments, and very few of them were being answered. A lot of questions were happening over and over again. Things like, what should we be putting in the title? Like, how should our titles be? How should they be set up? What orders? What should be included? Which I think that they may bring that up in the hack chat meeting they're supposed to be doing, Zoom call they're supposed to be doing, but that's not for like another several weeks. So like in the meantime, what? Just carry on. That was asked multiple times, never addressed. There was also multiple questions about why do sales come in batches, which I've actually been experiencing this a lot too, and I've heard a lot of people experiencing this, that essentially don't mind that. That's actually inventory. I actually had 2 girls that I had hired to take pictures, and one of them decided that it was just too much for her because she's actually got 2 other jobs. She's a teacher and a nanny, and she's going to do that. And I had a feeling, so I kind of picked everything up from her yesterday. So that's just inventory. So I haven't put it in my house yet. So don't mind that. But anyways, what was I saying? So they essentially said, so the other question was like, and I've noticed that like one day I'll have, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales, and then I'll go 2 or 3 days with nothing. Like it's crickets, like no offers, nothing's happening. And then another day I'll have several sales, and then several days of crickets. And so there were several comments, either mentioning that, alluding to that, or straight up asking like, are sellers being rotated in the search function, which actually would make sense for why they're coming in batches like that. And they never addressed it. They kept making statements like, oh, the chat's going so quick. That. And I was like, I'm able to read it. Don't understand why you can't. Like, I'm sitting here reading it, seeing the 3 or 4 same questions being asked over and over again. Like, if I can see them, why can't you? And if you can see them, why aren't you answering them? Like, it was just like so demeaning. Like, and like people were saying that. People were like, why are you laughing? Like, this isn't funny. Why are you laughing? Like, it's offensive. And so I think that I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Poshmark's on fire. Like, it just is. And I mean, this fireside chat was just that. It was blazing of a bunch of nonsense. They tried to throw out some PR crap that wasn't sticking with the viewers. Nobody was buying it. There was a lot of like, this is BS, thanks for wasting my time, like types of comments. I can't post or share anything specifically as far as screenshots or video because that was against the rules. We had to sign that we wouldn't do that, even though, I may have made some little notes and stuff like that. But essentially, I mean, it was ultimately it was a waste of time, and they're naive. They don't get it. They're not listening. They're not listening. They don't get it. They don't care. they made a comment about like they were answering a question about like, how can we find out about changes prior to them happening? And they were like, yeah, that's why we're going to have these fireside chats. And I'm just like, you put the cart before the horse. Like, you made a significant major change that significantly impacted a large portion of Poshmark sellers, and it's affecting buyers too, because they're not seeing, I mean, the search engine's terrible. Like, we can't even run good comps because the search engine's so bad, which means buyers aren't getting, if I can't run a comp, then buyers also aren't finding what they want to buy. So it's not really working for anybody. Buyers may not realize that they're not finding what they want, but they're not. So it's really not working for anybody. So for them to sit there and act like, they made this major change that's affecting so many people, and they didn't make any effort to communicate it ahead of time that it was even coming, and then train us, I have a job, and when there's a major change coming, like, we're A, informed of the major change, B, we're trained on the change, and then the change is implemented. You don't implement the change and then tell people there's a change, and then when people are like, well, teach us, then decide, okay, well, we're going to do a PR version of teaching you. Like, no. I'm not happy. I bought stocks in Poshmark when they first went public, and I was excited. I was fairly new. When did they go public? I don't remember. I don't know. I was paid probably in the first 6 to 10 months of my reselling journey on Poshmark, and I thought to myself, I really like it. I'm doing well. I'm growing, and I want to get in on the ground level and really have, this is going to be a great investment, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to invest in something that I'm a part of. And I don't know, like, I really don't. I mean, thoughts? Anybody got anything? Anybody? I'm frustrated. And I mean, I don't know what else to say or do. I really don't. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm trying to get eBay up and going. I am making some sales here and there, but cross-listing is time consuming when you're also trying to not let your Poshmark business go into the tubes any more than it is, and you also have a full-time job and kids and other things. So that's taking a minute, but I am making sales here and there on eBay. Fingers crossed. I was going uphill. I was, improving every single month since I started until March. Now March isn't over, and I'm about to run a massive sale in pure desperation, to just, maybe get a whole lot of sales with small profits on each one, just to move things and not let my numbers go in the tank for March. But I don't know if it's going to work or not. We shall see. Because, it's almost to the point of where people want something for nothing. And we just put too much work into it. It's the whole process. We put work into this. I'm not giving you, I literally had an $89 listing, new with tags, listed for $89. The offer sent to this shopper was $71 in discounted shipping, and they counter offered for $30. $89 brand dress, retailed for $150 or something like that, new with tags, and I'm okay. I even went as low as 50. I went to 50, but 30? Oh my gosh. You go thrift shop. If you want thrift store prices, then you go to the thrift store and get them, if that's what you want. But if you don't want to deal with the thrift store and you don't want to go through all this process that resellers do, then, you're going to have to pay for it. Like, we are a service. We are resellers. Online resellers are a service. We're providing the service to you in that we are seeking out the good stuff, and we are making it presentable for you, and we are advertising it to you, and we are getting it to you from all over the country. You can get whatever you want. It doesn't have to be in your local Goodwill, your local thrift store. You don't have to spend time digging through it. You don't have to do all this stuff. We're doing it for you, but in exchange for that, you need to pay for it. You need to pay for that. This whole going $89, I sent you a $71, and you're going to counter $30? Like, no. Now, I always counter. I never decline. And I did counter this person. I countered twice, actually. Like, I think I countered 53. And then they countered back again. And I think they countered back again the 30 again or something like that. Maybe they said 35. And I went to 50, and that's it. If they countered again, I haven't looked, but if they counter again, it's going to be 50 again. I'm not going any lower than 50. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Nope. You want it for 50, you go find it yourself. Go find it yourself. Have fun. I don't know. Anybody got thoughts? On Poshmark? Did you watch the Fireside chat? What did you think? Did you read any of the chat messages? What do you think? What do you think about, the search engine in general? What do you think about the concept of these Fireside chats? Is it almost like a too little too late? Because I'm going to tell you, the dudes in the chat were negative, and I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't one of them. I was a little bit perturbed too. I think if you're going to put the cart before the horse, when the horse does come, it better be on point. So they put the cart before the horse, and then the horse was like, like ditzy and not professional and not empathetic and not prepared at all. Okay, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I also like to hear your thoughts on lowballs. Since this search algorithm change, have you noticed, lowballs have always kind of been a thing, but are you noticing that in order to make sales, you're having to discount more than you normally would, or that you're having to accept offers lower than you normally would, or that you're getting more more significantly lowball offers? Are you noticing anything like that? Because anecdotally, I don't have a lot of evidence, but anecdotally, I feel like that I'm having to offer greater percentage discounts in order to make sales, and I'm having to just go ahead and accept offers that I normally would have countered, but I'm not countering them if it's something I can take, just because I can't afford to risk the loss of the sale. And there are ways around that. And one way is to, if you don't want to counter to lose the sale, but you'd like to, counter, is you can send the person a comment in a bundle and kind of make the counter offer in the bundle and see if they'd accept that. That works really well on like closet clear out and stuff like that. But so, that's one thing you can do, but I'm almost like not even push that. I'm just like, take it, because I'm trying to get sales to make other sales. If I can make a little bit of profit on something and have that sale bring about other sales, then that's kind of what I'm aiming for right now. So what are your thoughts on that? How is that? What is your strategy, and is it working? Is it not working? I guess that's about all I got for today. Oh Lord, this was an impromptu video. I just wanted to make sure that we got something up about this Fireside chat, and I'm just going with the flow here. No real rhyme or reason or plan. So if you're still sitting here listening to me jibber jabber on, then you like this video, and hopefully there's something worthwhile in this video. So like it, so that eBay, not eBay. So YouTube will let other viewers know, and maybe they can get some insight out of this video. Maybe we can start a conversation in the chat to see, like, what people thought, and maybe put our brains together and maybe come up with some good ideas on how to get out of this massive mud hole that Poshmark has dug for us. Also, if you're interested in reseller content, I don't just normally, talk to my phone. I do unboxings and what solds and closet reviews when I know what the heck to do with the closet. I've not been doing them lately because I'm as confused as everybody else. But when I figure it out, I'll do more. Some of the new sellers might be doing better than me that aren't really sure what they're doing. I do stuff like that, thrift hauls, things of that nature. And, when something goes down with Poshmark, I chit chat about it and try to let people know that might not have got to participate or might be late to the game. Let them know what they missed and my thoughts on it, and try to shoot it kind of straight. So that's all I've got for today. But if that's the type of stuff you're interested in, make sure you subscribe so that when I send out videos. And that's all. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you all have a blessed day, and I hope you make many sales, and I hope they're big, and I hope they're not low balls, and I hope you make profit, and I hope we're all in this together, and Poshmark stocks go up. I can't talk. Lord. I hope Poshmark's stocks go up because they're doing so wonderfully, because we're doing so wonderfully. That would be amazing. That might be my early Christmas wish for all of us, is that we all make lots of sales, lots of money, make Poshmark lots of money, the stocks go up, and I make more money through that. That would be great. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.